Oh my gosh. This is insane. I can't believe what I'm seeing here. It's been so long and this is completely freaking me out.
You know I'm a dreamer, but my heart's of gold.
Everybody, this is Joel, the Accidental Retiree, here on YouTube. Bienvenidos a nuestro canal. Bienvenidos to the north side of Bucerías. Oh my gosh. It's been, I drive by it all the time, but it's been forever that I've actually driven through here. And literally, in the last 3 years, there's been such an incredible condo boom. This north side especially has had, I don't even know how many projects, but it goes for as far as the eye can see. And when I was flying the drone, I was like, this is just crazy. Because I kind of remember this when we first came to Bucerías, where there was a couple towers here and it was kind of a little rough and tumble, but some nice places, but really, really, really quiet. And that has since changed. Super important part of this video, guys, is I want to hear from you. Your comments are so incredibly important to me. I do my best to respond to every single comment that you guys make. So what I want to hear from you is, would you buy a pre-sold in Bucerías right now? I want to hear from you. Is that a yes or no? My answer to that is, I absolutely wouldn't. So in this video, I'm going to go over the top 3 reasons why you should be avoiding pre-solds at this time. But I'm also going to give you 5 other amazing alternatives to start considering. Okay, so on that note, stick around. We're going to drive from the far north end here in Bucerías all the way towards Centro. I'm going to hand the camera over to Jillian, and I'm going to give you my 3 reasons why you should be avoiding pre-solds at this time and why I would not be investing my money in a pre-sold today. Stick around. All right, Jillian. Jillian, you're behind the camera. Exactly where you like to be, hey?
Perfect.
Okay. Is it too late to buy a pre-sold in Bucerías? My honest opinion on that is yes. I think the ship has sailed. All the easy money has been made. The biggest discounts were during the time of COVID, and then prices just ramped up from there. I think if anything, and that brings me to number 2, is that I see a softening in the condo prices, especially here in the Golden Zone and the Golden Zone up ahead and the north end here. All the towers, there's just so much inventory and things go in cycles, right? So I think we're going to see some price retraction in the coming couple of years. Now, I don't see it collapsing, but I see a softening. Jillian, your quick thoughts. It's like we rarely come this far because, well, number 1, the traffic's insane. Number 2, there's really no reason for us to come here. It's more of a residential community. But like your initial thoughts as what we've seen here?
It's just, it is a completely different location.
Yeah.
It's nothing like it was before. I remember when we bought our first place 20 plus years ago, the realtor had a home at this end.
Yeah.
And they sort of indicated that this was the fancy end of town.
Right.
If you remember, like this is where
It was kind of like the Nueva Vallarta, but not gated.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. And so I always remember thinking that was a bit weird. I guess it was kind of like the suburbs
Right.
of Bucerías. And, you and I have always been sort of more interested in the inner city or, living close to restaurants and things like that.
Right.
And of course, then there was really nothing out here.
Now, the third reason I would be avoiding a pre-sold right now is that I just think the price is too high for the amount of rent you're going to get. Would you kind of agree with that? Like, it's not like if you're paying double the price in the Golden Zone or in the north end of town that you're going to get double the rent for a 2-bedroom, unless it's something super special, like right on the beach with views and all that kind of thing. Would you agree?
What are you asking me if people are paying the same amount of rent?
Yeah, like, so if you bought a 2-bedroom, I don't know, on the east side for $200,000 versus a 2-bedroom on the north end of the Golden Zone for, I'm just going to say $500,000. You know, if it's not on the beach with like unobstructed ocean views, are you getting double the rent?
No.
No. Your return on your equity is just not going to be the same. Now, if that doesn't matter to you and you're not really worried about appreciation or buying in at the top and it's all lifestyle, then that's a whole different story. But I'm just giving it from my perspective. I just don't see those prices right now as a good return on my investment. All right, Jill, we're going to head to the Golden Zone. I want to show an example of some properties in the Golden Zone that I still think have good value. Does that make sense? And once we get there, I'll explain my whole rationale behind it. All right, so we're at Las Voltas. This is a project we did, I think around 5 years ago now. But I have one unit that I bought back, so it's back up for sale. And then this unit is actually broken into a 1-bedroom and a very large studio. It's basically as big as a 1-bedroom. So we're on the main floor one here right now, and this one's priced at $189,000 US dollars. As you can see, access to the pool, living room area, functional kitchen, little bar area where you can just kind of hang out in the morning. I like the bedroom, very spacious, very bright, and kind of the cool thing about it is the little private backyard, which also has a laundry and a little storage area. So all in all, for $189,000, a block to the beach in the Golden Zone, these are the things that I would be investing in if I was looking to buy something in the Golden Zone. And upstairs is the studio, and we're gonna go check that out right now, okay? And that one is $175,000. Once upon a time, this used to be my daughter's bedroom. This, the story behind this is this used to be our house, but it was a huge house. We converted it into basically 2 townhomes. So you have a townhome 1 on that side and townhome 2 on this side. We actually converted into 2 units, the 1-bedroom and the studio upstairs. I love the studio space, open. It's large, so the living or the sleeping area is open to the living room. So you do have that, but you know, the space itself is quite spacious. Have a decent little kitchen. It's got like a 2-element stove. You got your little sink, nice sized little fridge, and basically everything that you need to kind of sustain yourself. One of the things I really like is the outdoor patio space. Like, to me, this is the main feature of this entire unit, because you've got about maybe just under 200 square feet of space, covered area out here, very private. For an overall size and having like a traditional 1-bedroom, I like the main floor. But just an overall like coolness of a unit, I like this one because it just is a little bit more private, and I love this big balcony space. So if you can get into the Golden Zone under 200, that's when you see your maximum return on that investment, because again, you're still going to be attracting a pretty decent amount of rent. Like both these units, up or down, doesn't matter which one, rents for $2,900 US dollars a month in the high season. Next, we're going to head over to the east side, and I'm going to give you kind of a couple other ideas of what you should be looking for when it comes to investing your money here in Mexico, and specifically Bucerías, Mexico, and where I'm actually putting my money, okay? So let's go check that out now, and I'm gonna give you some other things to think about from both an investment standpoint and a lifestyle standpoint. Ready to go? Vámonos. All right, guys, so here is another thing that a lot of people don't think about, but if you're looking at from a pure investment standpoint, commercial real estate investments in Mexico are really an awesome opportunity. And there's a couple different ways a person could go about doing it. First, you could be involved in basically a syndicate like what we have set up, where you buy shares in a company and you become a shareholder of the company that essentially invests in real estate like this. And as a shareholder, you share in the cash flow and you share in the upside as the real estate appreciates. The second way you can do it is through direct purchase. For example, for a 3 million peso investment, you could buy a commercial property rate basically on Main Street in Bucerías. You don't have to think about it. You got a tenant in there, it just pays you monthly, and that goes towards your income. So if you're moving here and you're looking for ways to make money that is a little bit more passive, here's a great way to do it. You don't have to deal with tenants coming and going. Basically, the money hits your account every month, and that is it. And you just buy it and you forget about it. All right, so yeah, again, not a lot of people think of commercial. So commercial investment in Mexico is definitely a really interesting and smart possibility. So the other thing I would be investing in right now, if I didn't have so much of it, if I was actually looking to add to my portfolio, is I'd be looking at places like Cuatro Estaciones and watching for stuff to come up on the resale market. Right now, there's nothing for sale in that building, but I'd be keeping my eye on it. You know, generally speaking, the average price in Cuatro is around $170,000. There's everything from studios to 1 bedrooms to 2 bedrooms. So I think a really good building. The thing about the Upper East Side is there's just not a lot of opportunities right now because everything that has been built here has been pretty well scooped up. This is what I'm saying. Like, you can look on the west side, on the ocean side, Golden Zone, into the north side, and there's just so much inventory right there, and it's got a little bit pricey. So I think the ship has sailed. So where I'd be putting my money is on the east side. I mean, from my perspective, you're still close enough to the beach. It's like a 10-minute walk, and there's just so much more, in my opinion, vibrancy right here on the east side. Now, the fourth thing that you can be looking at, and again, it's here on the east side. The couple ways you can go about doing it: either you hire yourself a realtor to represent you on the buyer side, or you basically just drive around and look for signs, either for sale by owner or for sale by a realtor. But there are more and more houses coming up for sale on the east side, and good opportunities to either buy something that's already been renovated, so you can kind of just move in, or minor renovations. But most of the stuff here, you're looking at a pretty significant renovation, or essentially a tear down and a new build. But again, where I'd be putting my money if I was in the market to expand my real estate holdings beyond what they are today, this is definitely what I would be looking at. Basically lots in and around, maybe about 2 blocks in from the Highway 200, all the way up to this street over here called Matamoros. I'll put the map up here so you kind of show what we'll call it the other golden zone, okay? Another zone that is definitely going to continue to grow and appreciate over time. But I'm very, very bullish on this real estate because I think it's got a lot of upward movement, where on the west side, things have kind of topped out, and I think we could actually see some softening. And the fifth thing, guys, that I am investing in personally right now is raw land. So essentially raw land that is within the city limits, so the limits of Bucerías, but has been farmland for years. It is slowly but surely getting surrounded by residential developments. We have already invested in a fairly significant parcel of land just behind the Flamingos development. I'm going to put it up here on the map. And this is the thing, with raw land comes a little bit more time. So this isn't something we're buying today and hoping to flip it within a year. This is something we're buying today with about a 7 to 10 year horizon, because we have to do some work. Essentially, we buy the land, we rezone the land, we improve it by way of zoning, allowing us to sell it to a developer, and they don't have to do anything. They can just basically buy the land, and all the zoning is in place. They can build it out based on what has already been pre-approved. And with a 7 to 10 year time horizon, we are looking to do 7 to 10 times our investment, just based on the fact that we're buying this raw land today at basically almost like, not quite farmland prices, but way below what that land would sell for if it was already subdivided, even on the Upper East Side. So those are my top 5, guys. I'm going to put a link in the description. If you're interested in getting involved in any of the stuff that we personally have, you can go to the link in the description, fill out the form, choose what you're interested in, and I'll personally get back to you. Make sure you leave a comment below. I'm really interested to hear from all of you. What is your thoughts on the real estate market in Bucerías? If you have a burning question, let me know below. I do my best to get to every single comment, as you guys can see, and I want to hear from you. And as I like to say, nos vemos. Hasta luego and adiós desde Bucerías, aquí en Bucerías, Nayarit, Mexico.